As we're wrapping up the Web Summit, we would like to talk a little bit more about our UAtech first ever Venture Night that we just hosted in Vancouver. And Volodymyr, as a founder and main idea planner behind it, I really would love to chat with you and kind of just go over how did the event go, what's your impression, what feedback you got, what feedback we got, and discuss how we can take that further. So to start, what was the main objective that you plan to accomplish from the event?
First of all, I want to say it was first so huge event for me in my life.
Yeah. Congrats.
Like organizer, yeah. We had a few events in Toronto, like meetups, 50 people. For example, we worked a lot with DMZ with this, but today in Vancouver it was so huge, more than 300 people, huge place, a lot of organization things, and for me it's like a start of new era for UAtech. And what I thinking about now, how we can improve this format, and my idea and maybe objectives, it's like every season, summer, autumn, build huge event on each main city, tech city, like in the world, like California, San Francisco, Austin, Hong Kong, other, and build this venture night format for every this event. It's in my idea. It's build like a series of event and growing our and give opportunity for not for Ukrainian founders for all this event, showing their ideas, their startup. But this event was open, and we have maybe 70% of people not Ukrainians, and it was cool because a lot of guys told me it's incredible. We have possibility to connect to not just investors, for other startup guys, and new partnership, and we will plan continue this format, open venture night.
Yes, I love that you brought up that topic because initially when we were planning the event, we were discussing how to do it and should it be just for Ukrainian background startups or Ukrainian who are based in Ukraine. And there was a lot of questions about that. And as the world evolves and as Ukrainian people move around, and also it's not always founders, right? We have a lot of Ukrainian talent that work in tech companies, and it was important to recognize that, as well as bridge that gap and remove that unnecessary border, because realistically speaking, if we are strong and we're comfortable and we're confident in what we're building, we should not be separated and we should not worry to be among others. And Ukrainian tech scene and founders are very, very strong. And as much as this was a test, and so many people, incredible amount of people came to me and said, hey, why is all different kinds of startups or different kinds of investors, even if it's UAtech events, and we've obviously went through that, they were, to your point, exactly impressed that they had that ability to bridge the gap. And I think it really showed that Ukrainian community and Ukrainian founders are open and excited to be among everyone else, and because innovation and passion has no borders. Yeah. Kudos to you for that, by the way. I really love that. And as we talked about making the events open to everyone, we still maintain the highlight of Ukrainian scene and obviously a specific gift for just Ukrainian startup. How do you envision supporting Ukrainian startup within the event in the future?
How we can support. We have few ideas, and some of them we did on this event. For example, we have special media zone, and all Ukrainian staff can give us some interview pitch, small pitch or something, and we highlight all this in our media UAtech today and push this on our channels, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. And second opportunity for Ukrainian founders, we send pitch decks, all information for all investors, and highlight Ukrainian startup for all investors. And we will do this after this event. And of course, the special prize with the Ukrainian Startup Fund and other our partners, and like a support for them. And um, but I want to highlight our main idea, not just support some of startups. We want to build like a culture about Ukrainian founders in North America and globally. You know, because we want to change change perspective how Americans, Canadian investors or guys from tech ecosystem think and see Ukrainians here. Not just good engineers, but it's a great startup guys, great founders, great innovators. And mission of UAtech, it's about that. And we highlight in general how big this industry, how many Ukrainians on this industry, how many we have different startups in all of the world.
I love that. And I think it's not only how many, it's also how talented.
Yeah.
And that being said, me, myself, I moved from Ukraine 12 years ago. Next week will be 12 years. And I think one of the most difficult parts for the Ukrainians I've seen, for myself, for my family that broke up for that reason, right? It was a culture. So cultural shock and cultural difference when you move from Ukraine to North America is big. And it kind of sometimes could be perceived as Ukrainians, and I'm going to bring up what Volodymyr said, Ukrainians sometimes could be perceived as cold or as not open to communication, because in our background we're trying to be serious and respectful, right? Where here it could be perceived different. So we're trying to bridge this gap right now where people see the talent and also help Ukrainian startups to understand this culture, right? Yeah, and I absolutely love that, and I've been super happy to be part of it. Thanks for inviting me, because I agree we have to support, yet it's not that easy to do on your own. I would love to go a little bit more to the investors. So obviously, as I was managing the event, startup founders, incredibly passionate. It was pretty much almost impossible to keep them away from investors. So everybody wanted to sit at the table together. Some even sneaked in behind my line. And I love that, because it really shows that they want to be there. That being said, investors is always tricky. You never know how the format will go. And we found, of course, that investors were surprised by the format. And as a founder who've been based here for a while, I have to say one thing, and I was going to say it to the entire team, but this is a great moment. This was an event that was made for North American style, but was Ukrainian quality. And I think I've never seen such a well set up event, from the badges, from the elements, like an app. You developed an app like for them to vote. Beautiful app. And I think at the minimum, everybody were so impressed. At the maximum, we got investors that came back and said, at first they were like, oh, we did not know how it's gonna go. And then they said, I like that. I would really want to repeat that again, because it helped me to think quickly, but I also had to score, and it really set them at exact place where they should be as investors. So first of all, I want to say kudos to the team, and for you specifically, for bringing a lot of details. Because in North America, people don't really care about a lot of details, but details matter. And in terms of investors, I think the good recognition was when after the event, we got some of the best investors in the room who came in and said, let's partner on the event in San Francisco together. Let's do it together, co-host it. They said, we want you to be with us. We don't, like, it's one thing when people come and say, I want to be a sponsor. It's another thing when they tell you, let's co-host it in the best place in the world for tech ecosystem, which is the Bay Area in California. And I think that's massive.
Yes.
How do you feel about the investors?
Oh, I received a lot of messages on LinkedIn today about some partnership, some opportunity, California. I agree, and it's amazing. When I saw how many 85 or 90 investors registered on this event, it's and so many people from so huge company like like a Sony Plug and Play, Panache, and a lot of huge VC or some accelerators, and I was a little bit scary before event, like so many responsibility, but after when I received this some feedbacks, and when I think we need to continue build this format, this growing, because I saw a lot of pitch events, networking events here, but we try to little bit organize that and give opportunity to connect investors and startups, but not regulate so much. And I think it happened on this event. Especially with your moderation.
Yes, moderation of live events is always very fun, and with a lot of people involved. That being said, I think one of my objectives, and probably the only one for the night, was to make sure everyone's comfortable and they really have the attention they want, and that everyone feel included. And I think we definitely achieved that. And the transition to the panel was very interesting, and the panel was just exceptional. It's just incredible to see 4 absolutely talented, successful entrepreneurs with Ukrainian background in investment or in the business development. And it just one more time highlights the power, right? Because bringing them to one panel was really showcasing that there was Ukrainian roots, and you can be one of them. And even for me, as like a current founder who's fundraising, who's meeting people, sometimes it feels like there is not that many Ukrainians, and we managed to showcase in one room that some of the richest people in the world, the most talented and successful people are our people. And at the same time, people who successfully built it in North America, right? And that's exactly showcasing live that it's possible. And it's hearing from those people how they got there. I'm very happy that we did the panel, very proud that you were able to invite Max from Grammarly, Melania from Panache, obviously everyone, other 2 speakers that we had, Nick and Vitaly from Dnipro VC and from LIO. So that was really, really great. People came back later with the feedback about each of them. So the great feedback that I've received later from startups, they came back and they said, we not only managed to meet people, as you said, we really loved the discussion because it was meaningful. It was for us. We found the value, and we really heard that it's possible, and it really resonated with us. And I think that's a big achievement too, because sometimes panels can go on different topics, too deep or not deep enough, but most importantly, it should be relevant.
When we invite Max Litvin from Grammarly, long story short, I'm a hard user of Grammarly, maybe 10 years, and it's I use Grammarly on my phone when I texting, especially in English. Of course, it's a problem for sometimes, and always when I think about Grammarly, it's like a North Star about for each Ukrainian founders. Yeah, and when I saw Max on our event, as this guy so I don't know how it say so
Easygoing.
easygoing, yeah,
Yes.
so easygoing. So I think people need to see that, because sometimes Ukrainian founders, not maybe just Ukrainian, but founders, startup founders, think it's not possible to build something like this. You need to be, like a celebrity or star or somebody. But it's a easygoing, like a cool guy build something and grammarly 10 billions company. And for me, it was very important to highlight this part on our event, and I proud we did this.
We did, and that's true, because even for me, I was very nervous because I did not know all of the speakers, most of the speakers, and obviously I didn't have any connection with Max before, and I had no idea how he is as a speaker. And not only I was impressed by exactly what you said, he's like easygoing, so humble, that he's also very, very smart, and all of the answers that he shared, they were so down to the earth, so realistic, and so helpful in a way. And just like hearing that from him was very impactful. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and I want to tell thank you for all our partner, all our team, all our sponsors at the camp with the bootleggers. It's an amazing guy, amazing founders who live here in Vancouver. And when we talk with him after event, and I did selfie, yeah, I see this guy so proud. His brand, his cocktails, his passion was in this event. It was cool cool collaboration with them, and Vancouver, great city. I think we next year we need to have some event here on Web Summit 2026. Yeah, Ola.
Why not? Let's puts me on the spot right away. Let me think about that. I'll be like a classic investor answer.
Okay.
Yes, I agree. I think this was awesome. What was beautiful to see is that there were so many people without any Ukrainian background who supported us from all kinds of cities, from all kinds of countries, and still do support us. And everyone felt that there is nothing wrong, or they all felt included, and they all felt equal, and that was really cool. On top of that, I was really impressed how many volunteers we had, Ukrainian background volunteers that we literally just reached out before. And I have to say, like, I'm very proud that our people so open to really help out and to really be part of it and to connect with others. And it was crazy on the last day how people were finding us, right? Like, we were receiving emails, messages on Instagram, LinkedIn, phone calls, and you like don't even know where people are coming from, and they're like, I'm really trying to get to your event, but it's sold out, and I'm like new and I'm learning and I want to get in, like, please just like tell me what to do. And we managed to really get everyone in. We managed to find a way, even though we not always had a chance to like even touch our phones. And I think that was a great learning, and also being adaptable. Like I think what was really cool, it's easy to set up an event and be very strict and be like event oriented. It's difficult to remember that people are the priority of the event, and really we managed to change the entire flow multiple times through the event to make sure that it's for those people in the audience, that it's comfortable for them, that they all see the investors, that they are happy. And I think that's a big skill, and it's amazing to be humble, to remember about that. So I really want to keep that for the future events.
Yeah. Our next event
Our next event
will happen on Paris, France, 11 of June. Yeah, and on July we plan to event in Montreal. Yeah.
June 11, we'll see you in Paris at UAtech. Find us. There's going to be a big Canadian delegation. There is going to be Ukrainian delegation. There are going to be lots of founders everywhere. And then we are doing our specific venture night, exactly like we did in Vancouver. Less spots, so make sure to apply beforehand and just connect with us. Even if you're not pitching, just let us know. We would love to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ola.
Thank you, Volodymyr. See you next event.
Yeah. Bye bye.